I am seated and I'm ready to take her confession. My lady, you're welcome to Confessions on TV3.
Thank you very much.
Your story, your confession.
I never thought I would be sitting here today telling my story to the public. But the silence is slowly killing me. So here I am. So I met my husband in 2010. I was 27 years old back then.
Okay.
And he was 30, if I remember correctly. I had one child as at then.
Okay.
And I told my husband that the father of the child abandoned us when I was 3 months pregnant. But that was a lie. In fact, that was the beginning of all the web of lies. Yeah. And so, fast forward, we got married. My husband took me and my child in, and he practically took him as his own.
Wow.
I really never felt like I had baggage.
Oh.
Yeah, he was loving, he still is. He was caring. Like he practically worshipped the ground on which I walked.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're blessed.
But remember I said I lied in the beginning. The father of my first child, who is supposed to be my ex, is not really my ex. Yeah. He is currently with me. We are
You
together.
said he was no longer in your life, but he was still in your life.
Yes, that is what I told my husband.
And you were able to get married whilst he was still in your life?
Yes. So
Wow.
we were dating low-key.
I see.
Yes. And we are still together, even to this moment. Yeah. And so my husband opened a business for me after we got married. He set me up nicely. And my ex being my current boyfriend, half of my profits and everything I've gotten from that business, I gave to my ex. I'm sort of robbing Peter to pay Paul. Yeah, sometimes I even ask him for money to outsource products for my business, and that is all just a lie.
You give it to your ex,
Yeah.
who is still in your life.
Yes.
Why?
I still love him.
You still love him?
Yes. I don't know. I still love him. So everything was fine until recently, when my ex said he had gotten an opportunity to travel abroad, to go to the States. But he needed money.
Okay.
And the kind of money he was asking me for, honestly, I didn't know how to raise that kind of money. So I told him, and he didn't understand.
Okay.
He just said, however I plan on doing it, I should make sure I get his money for him. And then he added threats that if I don't get his money for him by a certain point, he would tell my husband that the 3 children we had right now were not his.
Not that you've been sleeping with him, but the 3 children in your marriage,
Yeah.
I mean, the first one you brought from this said ex,
So the remaining 2,
the remaining 2 are still for him.
Yes.
And how do you know that?
I know it. A woman knows her children's father.
Yeah.
But my husband doesn't know that.
Oh.
Yes, all this while he's been thinking he's the father of all 3 children, and he's treated them,
Why didn't you even give him one? Like one?
I don't know.
So does it mean that the period that you were with your husband, you were not having sex? Were you having sex?
We were, but I found my way around it.
You were having sex with your husband and your boyfriend, and all the issues that came out turned out to be that of your boyfriend.
Yes, please. So I found my way around it, and every time we had sex, I mean with my husband, I would either take a contraceptive or something, but the remaining 2 weren't his, and he didn't know that. And then my ex is now threatening to tell my husband if he doesn't get the money. So I kept trying to beg him to see reason with me that I don't have that money, but he doesn't want to listen. And then one day, like a normal day, I walked into my house, and there was my husband seated with my parents, his parents, and the surprising element of all, my ex. Yeah. So my ex was also in the room with my whole family. And at that point, I was screaming within.
Of course. So they
Yes.
came to, he had gone to tell your family and the man's family that the
Yes.
children were his.
Yes, apparently. And he had also gone ahead to tell my husband to take a DNA test if he thought what he said was a lie. And for some reason, my husband went ahead with it and took that DNA test. But fortunately for me, what saved me, I would say, was the fact that the doctor he had contacted to do the DNA test was, in fact, an old friend of mine.
Okay.
Yes, so that friend, after seeing my name on the application, contacted me and told me what was happening and that he had forged the results and made it all look positive, as though the remaining 2 children were my husband's.
Your husband's.
And he did this because he wanted me to have a chance at telling my husband myself. But he added that he had given me 1 month to come clean to my husband, otherwise he would tell him. Yeah. So the month has come by, 3 weeks already. And I am just left with 1 week
Okay.
to come clean. My husband loves me to the death.
Oh.
He does everything for me, like he's every woman's dream.
Oh. Oh.
But I have just 1 week to tell him that these children he has nurtured with his whole life, given so much love, are not for him, but in fact, for my ex or my current boyfriend. I don't know what to do. I am at my wit's end right now,
Oh.
and that is why I'm here. I need help.
This is Confessions here. A gentle reminder to myself. We listen, we don't judge. And so I will not judge. Now, confession, where the power. Let's get into the studio and start the conversation. I told you that confession where you see a kreyamba. 3 children, a man you live with on a daily basis. Bako cry like that's the bit I don't get. In Kamano 1, and now 2, nanka baku be befem na. Guys, who is ready for a comment?
I think this one is way beyond my
Educhem.
imagination. Sa pepepe.
Educhem.
Sa. Her umbilical cord with her S hasn't been broken. This is a classical case. And she carried it all throughout. And her S waited for the perfect opportunity to bounce back and take advantage of her, which she did. My problem is now going to be with her husband, having trusted her all through thick and thin, to the extent that she even told the family that this, my wife, she can't do such a thing. And then, according to the confession, the DNA revealed that indeed, it was altered. Indeed, the wife, he is the father of the children, which
The
isn't
ex
true.
is the father of the children,
No.
but the DNA lied.
Yes. So the husband now will go through a lot, and he needs a counselor, a psychologist to go through these difficult moments of his life. Either than that, he will be living with the thoughts that Thank you.
I said, man, so Chimuyede. I just remembered I'm a woman too. Pacho me Chimuyede. Why? The daughters of Eve. My mom is Yase. Well, I'm no daughter of Eve. Under the circumstances, I'm very disappointed in this woman. My dear,
Yes, Miss Nancy. I understand here we don't judge or condemn anyone. But when the truth is there, let's voice it out. This woman is a vicious woman, a sinister, a wicked soul. Because like, in which woman in her right senses will actually do that? And Miss Nancy, I doubt she ever had a proper home training. She never had that. I think one of the
what
factors.
if she actually is in love with her ex? Like, love
That
can
is crazy,
happen.
Miss Nancy. It's crazy. It's insane. Insanity. How can you say? So then, why didn't you marry him in the first place?
This one had better prospects.
Absolutely.
He could take in a child that was
At
not
least,
his
Miss
and
Nancy,
cater for
have
them,
conscience.
giving her a better life.
This is a despicable act. At least have conscience.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, ladies, it's just the three of us. Speak on behalf of the woman because the INA, I said 2 against 0. Please pass the microphone on to her.
Miss Nancy, please, good evening.
Good evening, my dear.
Actually, the woman has made a very big mistake. But in my opinion, I think she needs healing.
She rather needs healing.
Yes, please.
Okay.
And I also think
She should heal from what?
from
Fully.
she's attached to the ex. And she should also heal from lies. Because anything that starts with lies ends with lies. Thank you.
And that is why we usually would advise through biblical principles, morality, we ask that women remain chaste until you marry. Because when you taste something, there are things that when you have a taste of, you don't ever get full. You want it more and more and more. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, I have great people to have this conversation with me. As Semkesie, I need a woman with a deep head and wisdom. Lady Gifty Deborah. She is a counselor and always makes herself available for us on Confessions. Lady Gifty. Wonderful, my lady. You are welcome. Please make yourself comfortable.
Thank you.
And a man I have missed for a while on the show. Everybody loves to call him Pastor Little. Pastor Abraham is his name. You are missed, man. Mwah. Please have a seat and make yourself comfortable. This is Confessions, and you are welcome.
Thank you, Miss Nancy.
And I am coming to it's a many a ferry. The major in say, why didn't she give even 1 or 2 of the children to her husband? Doesn't mean that the man was not having sex with her. How can you be living with somebody, having sex with them, and yet every time she got pregnant, it was for another person? Does it even make sense? Biologically. My lady, ladies first, they say.
Thank you very much, Miss Nancy. I have been thinking through the story ever since, and I want to believe that there is more than what the eye can see. There is more to it, because it sounds very bizarre for you to find someone who have redeemed you from a very dark place and given you hope, and is that same person you want to destroy. And based on this, I want our young women to know that feelings are birds of passage. Today, you are young, so you think you can explore. Tomorrow, you may not have the same thing. You will age, and the consequences from the choices you've made today will come hunting you. And the sad part is that it doesn't end with you. It goes into your lineage, generations to come.
Children.
And they don't even understand the battles they are fighting. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
But confessions, we don't judge.
On Confessions, we don't judge.
We don't judge. But I think she did not do well for the man.
Also, for
Miss Nancy.
if indeed you are with a woman for 5 years and you're having sexual intimacies, is it possible that for the whole period you would not be able to impregnate her and another person will be doing the job for you? Or was she specifically going to the other man whenever she was ovulating? You know, there are women that keep saying that, I've had my uncle tell me that, hey, obedi and then papa and son will be you. You get people complimenting on your child that their genes are correct, so go to their father and get another. Could it be the story of this one?
Ms. Nancy, thank you so much, and good evening to our viewers. It's only a woman that knows the father of the child.
Sometimes they don't know.
It's only a woman. And the reality of the story, I kind of remember I make her say me remember I say emre na ma nkontompo etodaho.
Emre na ma nkontompo
eto. Emre na ma nkontompo eto
lies.
edaho. So to wait, time exposes the purity, the deception of lies.
Of course.
So when you have built your life with lies, time will expose you. As a woman, some psychologists believe that women love only once, and I think that is her problem.
Is it true?
It's debatable though, but every woman have one person he loves. You see, the sisters are shaking
I almost believe so.
Yeah, one person that.
Until I'm so absolutely in love again.
Yes, but the magnitude of the love again will not be like that person.
No, this one over the other.
That is why you meet some people, you see that a certain, you look at the guy, you look at the woman, it's like, hey, what is in? But this woman will go head over heels, will go whatever. And that is what is the problem of this young lady. She's absolutely in love with the ex and has not severed the relationship with the ex. You ask the question of why she gets pregnant for 3 times for the ex. And it tells you either there's a problem with the man, maybe he's sexually having, but it's oligospermia, azoospermia, these laboratory terminologies, or she deliberately and intentionally, like you rightly said, or maybe a see a TikTok strong 6 pass, come on. You say, be a some can be a Matia kakra pe mema tentinga omo bete trebisa e bia no yesa asemka
Mementisa
e bia this Nancy near
me spec in any physical. There were other things I look out for beyond the physical.
Specs do drum pempen so as yes sir, if you get to the level where you can differentiate between your emotions and your critical abilities, then you are matured.
Yes.
Nti omo nyi eno bo so hu ade o de koto snap or the person be and no emotions but when you get to the level where you know that this is not love, this is love. Yes, I'm into this person, but I have to sit back, I have to look at the consequences, I have to look at the ramifications of it. That tells you are maturing.
Thank you. Let us heal other people that think that they are still in love with their partners, their exes, and they are living with their partners currently. How do we heal from that? How do you break away from somebody that you spent time with, you were intimate with, you probably had a child with, or had abortions with, and yet you were not able to be together for reasons best known to yourselves? How do you break away absolutely from these people?
Listeners, can I add something to what I was just ending on?
Please.
The point is that if you are not able to emotionally sever the relationship, you could be married and you will still be in love. You could be wherever and you still be in love with that person. That's why I said that psychologists believe that everyone is in love with one person, especially with women. So if this woman is not able to sever that relationship, is not able to move to the next level, it is not that when you meet people who are married, they don't love somebody, but they have told themselves, I am a married woman, I'm a married man, and I'm going in this trajectory, I'm going in this direction. So you could actually be in love, have great feelings for another person, but you will keep to your principles and your values and your vows. That makes you matured.
My lady, we are the women. What is it I'm in love thing? She said, me, I'm in love today. You see my glow? It's my kind courtesy of love. I thought I was going to get some Hey, my lady.
Miss Nancy, it's very true what Pastor Little just mentioned, but I want our women to communicate. If we can break away from exes and severe ties completely, we need to talk to our husbands, because why did you not marry this ex-boyfriend of yours? Why?
Why?
As far as you did not choose him and you chose your husband, you need to talk. Whatever we expose cannot affect us negatively.
So it is the hiding of the truth.
Yes.
Without sharing your most intimate thoughts with your partner.
That's
now,
right.
I love that. Please don't lose
Yeah.
your line of
Yeah.
thinking.
Okay.
Also, for you are the rep for the sons of Adam. If I tell you that 5 years ago, I was dating this guy, and oh my God, he made me feel so good. The sex was out of the world, and I really, really loved him. Will you have it? See your facial expression.
It's true.
Will you have it?
It depends on the timing.
Ah.
The timing is key. If before the relationship, I've shared all this with you, and I'm very open, and the man is matured. It's not everyone that is mature to handle such information. Then you can express. But there are some people it's very difficult to tell them this. It's like, hey,
I agree.
Back to you.
I agree. But you see, whilst you are in the relationship, if there is nothing from this ex that is going to affect your current relationship, I don't think it does matter too much if you don't share. But as soon as this person begins to visit you, even call you on phone, you should know it is about time you got talking.
Wow.
Because this man is your husband.
Yeah.
You chose to marry and live with him. He deserves to know who you are with at a time. He deserves to know, out of respect and honor. Transparency. You see, and transparency in that relationship helps you both, such that you don't need to question each other to know what is happening. So you need to open up to your partner and say, I want you to know and do understand that because I chose you, it means I don't want to be with this man. But now he wants to use what he knows about me already to get back into my life. You slept with him, so there is some kind of soul tie. He knows what buttons to press. And maybe this current man who is your husband may not be as equal when it comes to certain things.
Especially
you
the
understand,
bedmatics.
especially the bedmatics. So you begin to fantasize out of obsession. So you need to open up to your husband and say, hey, because I don't want to do it, that is why I want to discuss with you. You are the man I chose, and I want to be with you forever.
help me be
so
faithful.
help me.
Yes.
Help me.
Yes.
And it will amaze you that when you come clean in humility and sincerity, this man can even take a phone or invite this guy somewhere, man to man. Oh, matured men have done that plenty. And I believe that by this forum, men who are listening to us, please, when these issues come to you, don't see it as another time to box. That you wear your gloves and be boxing your wife and be using it against her. See it to be a moment of help where you can save your wife and save your home. Because that woman you don't respect, another person cherish them rough.
This is Confessions on TV3 and Asamne Yekakraka. 3 children in a marriage. She says that honestly, none of these children belong to her husband. All of them belong to her ex. I'll be right back. Don't go away. Oh, welcome back to Confessions with Miss Nancy. Tonight, I have Pastor Little with me and, of course, a lady Gifty. And it's a big story where 3 children do not belong to the man who is supposed to have served them, but belongs to a man who is supposed to have been the past of this woman. Back to the studios, gentlemen. Did you have a question or contribution?
Yes, please, a question.
Please.
I actually was lost throughout the discussion because I don't understand why should an innocent man who vowed to love a woman unconditionally punish the man like this? To the extent that even after receiving a forged DNA result, he intends to love her more and face the family. I want to ask, I need the help of Pastor and Big Mama. Is it because we, the good ones, when we enter the marriage, you don't really get the kind of woman we want? Because I see this as a cruel and calculated act of emotional fraud. This is what I see.
That it is. That it is. Why does bad things happen to good people? Why?
Mystery.
The unfairness of life.
The unfairness of life.
Life is not balanced, like some would say. And mostly the good ones, the good guys. So you could just imagine this guy being a church guy who have stayed faithful. And even up until now, he loves the wife. And this wife is all but makeup. There's a Greek word, it is hypocrites. That is to patch with, like in kutu. When it's raining, you will not see. But when the sun comes, then it will melt away. The point is that some people who are ready to get married, the story is very interesting, the woman's story. Between the ages of 18 and 24, people have the right to do all manner of things. When they get from 26, 27, 20, and they want to settle down, they look for the right suitor, the one who fits. They are not looking for love. They are looking for somebody who can marry me, who can provide the things I want, who can be there as a man. Let me just go. Let me act as a wife.
So concerning marriage, can we just all agree that let's forget about love and let's just make rational thinking decisions on who your married partner should be?
That would have been good.
That would have been good, eh? My lady.
We can't rule it out completely. You should love the one you wake up to see by
So
your
you
side
love
in
the one
bed.
you marry. You don't
Yes.
love them before marriage. After marriage, then you can love them, right?
But yes, this is happening in marriage. Let's not forget.
No be small. My lady, over to you.
I think the lady should go to her husband and tell him about she and the ex. Because this thing, where is heading to? Because I learned she has only 1 week for the
ex to come and tell.
Yes, so she should just tell the husband the whole truth. Since she used this opportunity, since the husband now trusts her, and he shouldn't let it go beyond things. Like, she just go out and tell the husband everything so that
She keeps postponing the consequences of her actions. Why?
She's enjoying something.
Yeah.
She's in a marriage relationship. She wants the marriage, but she's not ready to sacrifice for the marriage. What makes the marriage work?
Why does she want the man? She wants the money and the comfort that comes with the association. I do not think that she wants this man in any way.
The social construct dimension of marriage. Marriage gives you a certain social prestige, social currency, and people want that one. And that is unfortunate for a lot of the marriages we see today. They are not looking at the person involved. So I have a series, I love you. I like you, but I love somebody else.
Hey. And a lot of I like you, but I love somebody else marriages are happening in Accra. And that is why people all over Ghana, people do not care to cheat on their beloveds. You being married as a woman, my lady, being married, being committed, going elsewhere, hiding, and taking off your clothing and having this ecstatic sexual union with a man who does not belong to you nor you her, what does it do to you, the cheater?
Miss Nancy, is very yucky if you want to picture that. That is why I began by saying that feelings are beds of passage. Because you just felt that when he touches me, I enjoy it. So I will run to him. Does not make it right. He is not your husband. You have nothing to share with him. And from all indications, this guy is only into her, also milking her. So she is milking the man, the guy is milking her. So bad begat.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Yes, both ways. Because if he hadn't gotten to wanting to travel and needing support, they were not going to fall out at all. So you can see that this lady was enjoying her, feeding her lust. I enjoy to be with my husband for so and so reason, and
but
with
I'll
them.
feed my lust.
And at the end of the day, she should know that these two men can go scot-free, but you will be in danger.
Also, imagine this same woman having to tell beyond the husband. We'll come to telling the husband. But this whole chaos, how do you explain it to your 3 children? That daddy really isn't your daddy, and what language would you use? Sign language, or you leave them in, what is she supposed to do?
That's what my mother's quote, "Emre nema nkontompo etodaho," comes by. When you have gotten to the time they are matured, you want to tell them, they would have a certain image of you, their mother. There are some people, they can never forgive you. When they are children, you can manipulate them. Women forget that. Parents forget that. But when the child is grown and is old and is analytical for him or herself, he will know that my mother, you didn't do well. Can just come to you, my mother, you are ABC. There are some children, when you read the Bible carefully, you will never encounter Ishmael and Abraham having a relationship. After what happened between Ishmael and Hagar. So Ishmael advised himself. He left totally.
Yes.
Some children will behave like, so my mother, you were living in this, you had this, and you did this to my father, you were a bad woman. And when your child have this of you, it will destroy the relationship.
That they
forever.
own their DNA to one person
else.
and their emotional love and appreciation to another. Where do they turn?
It can help the children also, because children also are very, where they receive love from, they respond to the place.
Yes.
And they will let them love the father the more. That is the... Now,
not the biological
Not the biological,
father.
but the acting father. Love him the more because of how he has been with them. And Miss Nancy, this is not exclusive to this woman. We know of a popular footballer in Ghana who went through such. We know of actors who have gone through same. We know of people who are going through now. And I know an issue also has hand that even 4, all of them are not for the man.
Listen, I will take this opportunity and on my own accord, declare a national DNA year. The whole year. We are dedicating it to fathers. Listen, you trust her, you have reasons to doubt her. Please sort yourself out. Get to know baby Awichida, because I didn't know critical. I know that the daughters of Eve will not forgive me for this. Meaning so obisha confessions and the Yemashini say because on yes sure. This is Confessions on TV3. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Confessions on TV3. I am Miss Nancy. Confessions is brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go. My dear lady in blue.
What I want to say is, maybe I think the woman, we are in a relationship. Even to my, like I want to use my own as example.
Okay.
Yeah.
The man nowadays, not even the young boys, both the young boys and the
older men.
Yes. When you want to talk to them, they don't allow you to talk. You understand? Yes. Some of them will tell you, I'm tired. I don't have time. You understand? So
and there are things that are on your heart and in your mind that you want to share, but the men do not create the ambience of effective communication, and they lack the skill of listening. Hi.
I have one person that when you want to talk to the person will tell you, call your mother.
Call your mother and talk to. They usually, apparently, I've been seeing these trendy videos on TikTok. When they hear that you have something to say, they think you are coming to ask them for money. They drop their phones or the line goes off. So let them know that you are not about to ask for financial help and that it's emotional assistance that you need, right? Thank you very much. The gentleman by you.
Thank you very much, Miss Nancy.
Hi, darling.
Let me say, truth is indivisible, and
Yeah.
vindication is in the womb of time.
Yes.
The lady in question knows what to do. She knows that she has to say the truth, and she doesn't have to say the truth because she's been threatened, but it's because her husband deserves it.
Yes.
That's the main reason why she has to say the truth.
Under the
And
circumstance,
besides,
that's the least she could do for the man.
yes. Besides, peace is not built on deception. And because if you want a long-lasting relationship, then the relationship should be rooted in truth.
Truth and honesty. If you're looking for a long-lasting relationship, truth and honesty should be your benchmark. That's a very good one. Thank you very much. Back to the studio, my lady and Pastor Little. Pastor Little, you know those new guys that are in town?
Yeah.
I don't know whether God created them and decided to release them from 2020 till now, or there is a new breed of handsome boys. Dark skin, hairy, lovely eyes, beard gang. When you born anymore as a bear, they are always in the gym, lifting metals, omoko kwaye taco. And they have pink lips. And when they look at you with eyes that is undressing you, that's devouring you. They are seductive, flirtatious, and every word that comes with it. And they do not want to work. And they depend on women. Can we talk to those brothers?
Miss Nancy, it said the women are saying, use what your mama give you to get what your father could not give you. They are also saying, Accra stay by plant. They are using their head. The point is that to what extent, how long can you do this? How long will you continue to be something else, play on the intelligence of women? And mind you, Miss Nancy, when a woman cries, God hears.
Oh, yes.
I believe in my heart that if a woman truly loves you, comes from depth of her heart and accepts you, and you are using her, when she cries, God's here. There's, last we were saying, there's this gang that I studied. I can't mention the area, but they are in two cardinal areas in Accra, around Joel, around airport. So when you are a woman in your 40s with something to do, please be mindful when you meet them. You meet them.
Also, say it again to my sisters.
They're around Jowulu. There's a gang, and they're around airport.
An airport.
Yes,
a group of men who have made women after 40 and single their primary work.
So I give you one of their models. You are going to take money from maybe around the airport area, ATM. A young gentleman will come standing in suit, nice. Oh, hello, how are you? Oh, nice. I'm this. He'll try to give you a nice story. You will believe. He will take you to somewhere around Jowulu. You see a nice place. The next time you visit him, your picture is there in a room. There are people that will even welcome you, say, oh, meet my mother. It's all set up. It's all set up. So, oh, hello, I say, oh, how are you? My son has talked. He's so and so. He's an entrepreneur. He has businesses around the world. The one talking is fake. The one who will come and meet you, the sister who is, everything is a setup.
Setup.
It's an Accra here. So let's, our sisters, be mindful.
Girls, shine your eyes. In fact, if you're praying for a good man and he comes in too good to be true, know that this is too good to be true. My lady.
Nancy, gold is not found on the surface.
Yes.
It is buried in earth.
Yes.
Believe it or not.
That's a good one. Thank you.
We want shortcuts. Ladies, Rome was not built in a day. A serious-minded man who can be an eligible husband will not be in the gym after 8 in the morning. 8 a.m. in the morning, no. They will be doing something with their hands and their mind to make wealth. And someone may think that building 6 packs and what have you can equally make some amount of wealth for them. But listen, the art, the skill that you have learned, it is better we use them to do the right things. Not to seduce vulnerable women. no matter what, it is not everyone that is going to have complete peace and enjoyment in marriage. But you are not the Holy Spirit to come and give them comfort. Allow them to be. Because some on purpose harass these women, and the vulnerable ones will say that let me give him what he wants and I'll be
and what
I'll
he
be
wants is my
free.
life.
And what he wants is my life, because you will end up disgracing yourself, not only you, your family, not only your family, even your friends. If you work in a corporate setting, even your firm will go through that. So at the end of the day, let's calculate all the people around us. Let's think about them. Even your children, like Pastor Little said, if they get to know in the future, they will end up cutting you off completely.
Can you imagine innocent girls because of the life you live?
Forever. Yes. When they cut you off, but this woman should know that there is always tomorrow. There is tomorrow. So she has to be careful and ready to speak up to the husband. I don't know what relationship she has, even with the lab tech who worked on the DNA thing. I don't know what relationship she has with him.
Is something substantial
that would lead to him trying to cover up
risk
for
his
her.
career, his job.
In fact, if you ask me truly, I think the lady's psychological disposition need to be checked.
Thank you. Now we're wrapping up the show. The DNA is even forged. And see how her husband is supporting her. At this point, how do we tell Oga? My dear lady, I know you're watching, and this is the time to come clean. So listen to us carefully. And I get people talking to me in the market, on flights, anywhere, at church, sharing confessions. And the funny thing is, they always say that, hey, Miss Nancy, Madam Fubia send me part of that person. Let's get to the solution of tonight's confession.
Miss Nancy, I think she should, like my brother said, she should be truthful to herself. Open up, put it bare. This is who I am. My husband, I have been deceiving you. This is the problem. If a man loves you, he loves you plus your dogs, he loves you plus your children, he will be there for you. But if you go
this one, would he actually be there? We need Mr. Odatilamte to respond to this one.
Nipa dance. And then one thing that people are saying now is that you don't have to tell your husband about your past life. No problem.
Dad.
Be mindful. If you have buried your secret, they are friends. Secret is not between you alone. My mother, as a child, they said, I went there, I said, Auntie MPA, what's what they're trying? Or MPA, after 3 days, and to make her win, and was what I said, once it's with people, it's not a secret. You think that, oh, I'm trying to shelve it. Some friends will know you were going out with him. Some friends know. Now we are in an era of social media. We are highly connected.
Yes.
So please, sisters and brothers, put your past bare. If a man loves you, it means with all respect. Sister na ebia wobo jantra brand pono. Obi dono.
Oh yes. Obebia yoba.
Into wow ne say.
Obebia yoba.
Kanokre no na ka kire ukunu no de ma ye ni.
My lady,
Miss Nancy,
how does she tell this man?
She needs to find a very good timing, quickly.
Timing is essential.
Quickly, and go to the man and confess to him from the beginning. She should not leave anything out. Before she will do that, I will encourage her to pray. Make it up with God and then go. And God will help her that the man will give her that listening ear. She should open up completely on every matter, the children, the DNA, the time she's been with this guy at the blind side of the husband. If she finished confessing and the man even decides to divorce her, she would walk around this earth with a very clean conscience, which will end up helping her than if she would walk in that lie. Every day when we lie, you are walking on eggshells because you are afraid. Who is watching? When will it come up? You have no control. This S-man could end up becoming a doctor in a certain hospital who have to attend to your husband 20 years later. And then he sees you and him, and he will take that opportunity to rather mess everything you thought you had carefully covered up. At that point, what do you do? Now, ababrewa krewi. Inti ena ujina uhosono kanokreno. Oja wumpoa. Ubeda wenyame asese uma wobi nhye sumu because waboa ena wo waye ne bone. Inti wo koso ye ne bone anyame betuaka.
Dearly beloved, this has been a great conversation right here on Confessions. And I would want to ask you, watching back at home, the man involved, I strongly suggest to you, sir, that you go check your fertility and be absolutely sure that you can bear children before you make the decision to break every relationship with these 3 children that have known you as their father. Do not allow the pain to stand in the way of having these children in your life. I know it's difficult, but you need to do that. That is my suggestion to you. But girls, be wary, because on Confessions tonight, I have declared a National DNA Year. This was brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go, I am Miss Nancy. Thank you.